If you're new to homeschooling, you may not realize that there is more than one way that you can schedule out your homeschool year. It doesn't have to follow the traditional schedule. Today I'm going to walk you through 7 different options that you can choose from to find something that is going to be the perfect fit for your family. Hi, I'm Erin. I'm a homeschooling mom to 4 kids. We are just about to start our 9th year of homeschooling. So let's talk about 7 different options that you have for scheduling your homeschool year. Just for general purposes, most states require you to do 180 school days per year. So we're gonna move forward with that assumption. The 180 school days per year breaks down very simply into 36 weeks if you're homeschooling 5 days a week. And so you can really space those 36 weeks out any way that you want during the homeschool year. It's just a number of days that you have to complete within the school year. So I'm going to share with you some options that will give you maybe some different alternatives that you hadn't thought about as far as scheduling your homeschool year. The first one is going to be your very traditional school model where you might just pull up what your school district does for the public school system and copy exactly what they have done, because they have worked it out to have exactly the number of days that you would need to have. This is the option that a large number of homeschoolers tend to follow, especially if they are just starting out homeschooling, because it's super easy and it's already laid out for you. But there are different options as well. One of the great benefits of choosing an alternative schedule is that you can purposely plan vacation time or field trips or outings or different things on days when the public school system is in session, so that you have free reign of wherever you are trying to go, which can save you money on reservations and different things because you're not traveling in peak times, as well as you just have more of the place to yourself when you go places, which is a fun benefit. The second option for scheduling your homeschool year is to do 6 weeks on and then 1 week off. This allows you to have 11 other vacation weeks that you can plan off at any point during the school year. If you like to have a large summer break, this is going to be the one that gives you the biggest summer break. Or you can allocate some of that vacation time towards Christmas if you want to take a longer Christmas break or a larger spring break or whatever you want to do. If you're planning a family vacation or something, there's a huge benefit in having it this way, where then you can still have a good chunk of time off in the summer. And this is similar to what a traditional school calendar goes through. Generally, families will start around the same time as the traditional schools do, and then they just kind of follow this pattern throughout the year. The benefit of this is that then you have regular breaks throughout the year to kind of refocus and get your mind together and let your kids have a break as well, which is really nice for planning and activities and just having that brain break. The next option is to do 4 weeks on and 1 week off. This follows the same model as the last one we talked about, but it allows you to have about 8 weeks of vacation time to plan again throughout the year whenever you want to. If you want to apply that all at summertime or give yourself a little bit more time spaced out throughout the year, you can do that with this option as well. Another option is to do 3 weeks of school per month all throughout the year, which gives you 3 weeks of school, 1 week break, 3 weeks of school, 1 week break, all through the school year, which also allows you 4 extra weeks of vacation time for you to schedule wherever you want to within that school year. This schedule can be nice for people that really want to have that consistent flow of doing school all throughout the year and not having a really long summer break. When you do take a huge summer break, sometimes our kids can lose some of the information that they've learned over the year. So doing something like this where you're schooling more throughout the year, that can prevent some of that summer slide that people talk about. As well as it gives you really consistently 1 whole week a month to take off for yourself, to do planning for the next upcoming month, or to just schedule some downtime or trips or family time or whatever you want to do. So this is a little bit more flexible option for people that want to incorporate schooling more consistently throughout the year. Another option that a lot of families like to do is to homeschool 4 days a week instead of the full 5 days every single week. This requires you to homeschool for 45 weeks instead of the 36 weeks out of the year, which gives you 7 vacation weeks for you to plan any way you want throughout the school year. The benefit of this one is that it gives you 3-day weekends every single week. So you do have a little bit less time that you have to focus on school each week, but the school year does extend farther because you have to fit in more weeks of school. But a lot of families go this route, especially when they have younger kids. It's great to kind of gear them into homeschooling by not having to go from nothing all of a sudden to doing 5 school days. The next option is to schedule 3 12-week terms throughout the school year. This gives you 5 weeks of vacation in between each term. You can schedule your school days at any point during the school year, but if you chose to start at the beginning of September when most schools start, this would allow you potentially the whole time from Thanksgiving until after Christmas off, which is a great block to spend having time off to just have family time and focus on what the season is all about. And then you'd have another 12 weeks and then a 5-week break for spring break. So sometime in the spring, you'd have a big chunk of time off. Then you'd go back to school for another 12 weeks, and then you'd have 5 weeks off again sometime during the summer. I can see how a lot of people might really like an option like this, but it's one that I don't think a lot of people have heard of before. This is one I had heard about just recently, and it's really intriguing to me. What do you think? Another option that a lot of homeschoolers choose to do is year-round homeschooling. And this looks different for every family. It is truly the epitome of being flexible, that you can just fit in school days when you want to do them, and you can take a break when you want to do them. Or maybe you hit up school a little bit harder in the fall and winter season when the weather's not as nice and you're going to be spending more time indoors anyway. And then you do school maybe a couple of days a week all throughout the summer. Or maybe some of those families do more of their core subjects during the traditional school year and then have like 1 or 2 things that they might continue doing throughout the summer, so that the learning isn't really stopping, but it's maybe just kind of on a little different schedule. This is a great option to really allow you to incorporate your learning into your life and having it become just kind of part of your everyday life. And I know a lot of families really like this option. For my family, we generally follow the 6 weeks on, 1 week off kind of schedule, taking a little bit longer break off at Christmas time and then having a larger summer break. Normally by the end of May, I am ready to kind of check out and have a nice long break where I don't have to be actively engaged in teaching lessons throughout the summer. So I really like having that longer summer break off. But what about you? What schedule do you generally follow if you've already been homeschooling, or if you're brand new to homeschooling, which one stands out to you as an option that you might want to try? I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. I hope this video was helpful for you. If it was, please hit that thumbs up button below. If you enjoy homeschool planning videos, make sure you check out this video here, and I will see you next time. Bye.